So welcome to all. Myself Satish Karthikeyan. Today's we are going to discuss about the subject CS8392 Object Oriented Programming Systems. So in this subject, Anna University has been framed 2017 regulations, and also Anna University affiliated colleges also following the same syllabus 2017 regulations. So in this 2017 regulations, Computer Science Engineering Department third semester having this subject CS8392. CSE third year, sorry, second year CSE third semester having this subject CS8392, and also having the subject lab also CS8393 Object Oriented Programming Laboratories. Okay, so first of all we have to discuss about the history of object oriented programming. So what is the meaning of object oriented programming? Object oriented programming is a programming paradigm based upon the concepts of object, because full concept is fully based on the concepts of objects. So that's why we are calling about object oriented. The object oriented programming is fully oriented based upon the objects, right, which can contain the data in the form of fields. Data is also known as fields, often known as it's also attributes and also properties. So data is also known as fields, also known as attributes, and also known as properties. And code, CODE, code in the form of procedures. So code in the form of procedures. So from a form of procedures, so procedure we call it as functions. A procedure we call it as functions. So a form of procedure often known as methods. Functions under the term of methods, same are under the category of procedures, right? So this is the basic definition for object oriented programming. Object oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concepts of objects, which can contain data in the form of field often known as attributes or properties, and code in the form of procedure often known as methods. So what are the object oriented programming language now we are used? So what are the programming languages under the category of object oriented programming? So many programming languages types are there: object oriented programming language, procedural programming language, interpreter programming language, compiled programming language. So many programming language types are available in our day. So I'm going to tell about the what are the programming language about under the category of object oriented. So Java, C++, C#, Python, or PHP, JavaScript, Ruby, PL. So these are all the object oriented programming languages: Java, C++, C#, Python, or PHP, JavaScript, Ruby. So these are all the under the category of programming languages of object oriented, right? Okay, so in this syllabus it's fully based upon the concepts of object, right? So it should be an object oriented programming language. We are going to use the programming language in Java. So in this subject we are going to use the programming language Java fully. Up to 5 units we are going to see about the Java programming languages, right? Okay, first so history of Java. So history of Java. Java was originally developed by James Gosling. So the developer of Java is James Gosling. At the location of developing is Sun Microsystem, which has since been acquired by Oracle and released in 1995 as a core component of Sun Microsystems Java platform. The latest version of Java is 14, released in March 2020, right? Okay, Java code can run on all platforms. So all platform means we can able to use any OS, so like Windows operating systems or Linux operating systems or Macintosh operating system. So whatever operating system we can able to run. So that is the major thing. It should be a run on all platform that supports the Java without the need for recompilations, right? Okay, Java applications are typically compiled to bytecode. Java applications are typically compiled to bytecode. First of all, they compile the Java program to bytecode. After that only we have to run the bytecode using JVM, Java Virtual Machine, regardless of the underlying computer architecture. So regarding of the underlying computer architecture, right? Okay, next thing is a language was initially called as Oak. In starting period, the developer James Gosling has been initiated the name as Oak, O-A-K, Oak. So the oak is represented as a oak tree. Oak tree. So most of them know the meaning of oak tree, right? It's like a big tree. So many branches, so many stems, so many branches are available in that particular tree, oak tree, right? After an oak tree that stood outside James Gosling office. Later the project went by the name Green after that oak tree. Initially the Java programming named as oak tree. After that programming name has been initiated in Green and was finally renamed as Java from Java Coffee. Java Coffee. So what is the meaning of Java means? This is not a standing. This is not a full form or abbreviation. Java stands for just another virtual accelerator, right? So actually, one of the most familiar coffee in the world is Indonesian coffee. Best Indonesian coffee beans is Java Tamandar coffee. Java Tamandar coffee. So Java is just another virtual accelerators. That's why James Gosling designed a Java with a C++ style syntax. The syntax system and applications would be find familiar. The best Indonesian coffee bean is Java Tamandar coffee. So that's why James Gosling initiated the programming named as Java. Right. Okay, next thing. So in our subject objectives, CS83 objectives, there is having 5 objectives, right? So to understand the object oriented programming concepts and the basic characteristics of Java. So first objective is we can able to understand the concepts and also the features of Java. Second objective is to know the principles of packages, inheritance and interfaces. So packages none other than bundles of content that are present in a particular package. So inheritance is deriving a new class from the existing class, and interface is a blueprint of a class, and it has a static constant and abstract methods in your interface. So third objective is to define exception and use IO streams. So exception is a runtime error. So exception means runtime error, and use IO streams. Next, fourth one is to develop the Java application with the threads and generic classes. So thread is nothing but lightweight subprocess. So we are going to discuss about the lightweight subprocess in objectives 4 and generic classes. Finally, the last objective is to design and build a simple graphical user interface. To design and build a simple graphical user interface. That means graphical representation of an applications. So these are the 5 objectives that are present in the subjects of CS8392 object oriented programming. Right. So what are the outcomes that are present in the subject? After studying the subject, what are the output we have to receive? What are the outcomes we have to get? So first one is develop a Java program using OOPS principle. Develop a Java program with concepts, inheritance and interfaces. Build a Java application using exceptions and IO streams. Java application with the threads and generic classes. Develop interactive Java program using swings. So these are all the objectives. So syllabus. So 2000 regulation CS8392 object oriented programming syllabus. So that is having 5 units. Unit 1 introduction to OOPS and Java fundamentals, and second one is inheritance and interfaces. Third one is exception and handling and IO, input output. Fourth unit is multi-threading and generic programming. Fifth unit is event driven programming. Right. Okay. So we already discussed about the definition of object oriented programming. Right. Object oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concepts of object, which can contain data in the form of field, often known as attributes or properties, and code in the form of procedure, often known as methods. Data. So data is none other than, if there is having one object, that object having some data members. For example, we can able to use, we can take it as a object of laptop. Laptop is one of the object, right? So in this object laptop, there is having some data and also has having some methods. So data, what are the data that are present in the laptop? What are the data that are present in the laptop? We can take it as configuration is the data. So how much data, how much memory we can able to use this laptop, how much RAM we are going to be used in this laptop, and which kind of processor are going to be used in this laptop. So these are all the datas, right? Data members. Data members is also known as fields, often known as attributes or properties. Even though, so the laptop color is also one of the properties. That means data. Laptop name, brand name is also one of the data members or properties. So these are all kind of data. So data is also known as fields, often known as attributes, or also known as properties, right? At the same time, code in the form of procedures. Code in the form of procedure often known as methods. So methods means like behavior. Why we are using this laptop? For example, studying. Studying is the main purpose we are going to be used. One of the behavior is studying. For the laptop, so laptop behavior is going to be studying purpose. Next one, playing, reading. Even though we can able to writing. So these are the behaviors that are present in the methods in the object of laptop. So that is the definition, right? Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm based on the concepts of object, which can contain data in the form of field often known as attributes or properties, and code in the form of procedure often known as methods, right? So initially we have discussed the object-oriented programming languages: C++, Java, Python, PHP, JavaScript, C languages. So these are all the Java object-oriented programming language. Okay, right. Next one is OOPS concepts. There is having major 6 concepts that are present in the object-oriented programming. Each and every object-oriented programming like C++, Java, Python, whatever the object-oriented programming language. So these are the main 6 concepts that are present in the OOPS, object-oriented programming. First of all, object. One of the concept is object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Finally, encapsulations. So these are the major 6 concepts that are present in the object-oriented programming systems. So we can able to describe one by one. First of all, object means real-world entities such as pen. So we already take it as an object of laptop. So laptop is also one of the object in the real-world entity, right? So entity, even though entity is also one of the entity is also known as properties or attributes or data members or fields, right? So object means a real world entity such as pen, chair, table, etc., right? So an entity that has states and behavior. State is data members and behavior is methods or functionality. An entity that has states and behavior is known as an object. An object can be defined as an instance of a class. An object has 3 characteristics: states, behavior, and identity. So we already told that state is a data members, behavior is a methods or functionalities, and identity is a unique ID. So these are the 3 characteristics that are present in the concepts of object, right? Next one is class. Class, a collection of object is called as class. A collection of object. Class is a collection of object, right? So it is a logical entity. A class can also be defined as a blueprint from which you can create an individual object. A class consists of data members and methods, and primary purpose of class is to hold data and informations, right? The member functions determine the behavior of class. Member functions. So I already told you behavior is also known as methods or functions. Behavior is also known as methods or functions or procedures, whatever we can able to say. If there is having one object means, if there is having one object, even for example, we can take it as a smartphone is an object. Smartphone is an object means the smartphone object having the data members, that means field. Smartphone name, smartphone color, smartphone configurations, smartphone length, smartphone width, smartphone gram, weight. So these are all the data members that are present in the object of smartphone. At the same time, the behavior means watching video, playing games, calling phones. So these are all the behaviors or methods present in the object of smartphone, right? So these are first concept is object and second concept is class. Okay, so this is the example for object and class. So for example, we can take it as a object. So class, student having states and behavior. Student having states. State means data members. Data members is also known as fields and properties. Name, age, color, sex. These are all the data members. And eating, drinking, running is the methods, functionalities of behaviors, right? This is the example.